While it is a grim milestone, the country still seems to be turning the corner of the third wave, despite the death toll remaining stubbornly high.
We regret that more than 1,900 people have died in the last 7 days, 565 new cases since yesterday. Our condolences also to all the relatives of those who have left us.
Elsewhere, and the rush continues to keep more transmissible variants of the virus at bay. From Saturday, Sweden's the latest to demand negative coronavirus tests on all travellers entering the country. They have to have been taken within the previous 48 hours. In Austria, the police are getting tough on foreign nationals amid complaints over breaking COVID-19 restrictions.
We are here to check.
Some have been accused of coming to ski resorts on the pretext of work, but are in fact there for a holiday.
As the health authority, it's our duty to check and verify in advance with the aim to prevent an outbreak. Imagine the effect if another cluster developed here. Imagine the media response.
Unlike some countries, Austria has kept its ski resorts open to locals, but foreign holidaymakers are banned. With one eye on life returning to some sort of normality, the Danish government has announced plans to introduce a digital corona pass, with which people will be able to prove via an app that they have an up-to-date coronavirus jab. It's in the development stage right now, but it could be a reality in a few months' time. And in the UK, the Prime Minister has led a national clap to honour the passing of Captain Sir Tom Moore. The 100-year-old won the nation's hearts with his fundraising walk, which took in 100 laps of his garden. He eventually raised nearly £40 million for the NHS. Evelyn Laverick, Euronews.
As you know, there are ongoing international discussions between different EU leaders about this possibility of a corona passport. No decision has been made so far, but especially countries that are heavily dependent on tourism hope that this will give a boost to tourism in the coming months. And so now looking at Denmark, they announced this yesterday, and just this morning, a few minutes ago, we heard from Sweden. They're now also saying that Sweden will also introduce some form of corona passport in the coming months, because they don't want to be left behind, Denmark, of course, and this is all an international effort to try to make things easier, especially for business travelers who want to go back to traveling again. But looking at Denmark, 94,000 people have received their second dose of the jab, but those 94,000 people are not especially business travelers. Instead, it's older people who are the first ones to receive the jab. So in the coming months, we'll see people having a passport, but not especially eligible to travel, I'd say business travelers, but other sectors in the Danish society, such as hotels, restaurants, event organizers, they're also hoping for this corona passport to become a reality in the coming months. Let's take a listen to what Denmark's finance minister had to say.
There are also parts of Danish society that need to move forward. There is a business community that needs to be able to travel, and therefore I'm pleased to be able to announce today the development of a digital corona passport. It will take 3-4 months to hopefully begin a gradual, calm reopening of the Danish society.
Right, Sweden has tried to keep its borders open during these past couple of months, even though Norway and Denmark introduced different border restrictions. But now, because of the new virus mutations, especially the British one, the Swedish government feels it needs to introduce these negative COVID test requirements starting midnight between Friday and Saturday. Here's what the Swedish Prime Minister had to say.
Without a negative COVID-19 test, you won't be able to enter the country, and the test must not be older than 48 hours as a general rule. The background to this decision is the new virus mutations that have been seen and discovered recently. At the same time, it's currently difficult to judge which countries that have a high degree of these virus variations.
Now, there are already entry bans for travelers from the UK, Norway and Denmark, but with these new restrictions in place from Saturday, the government hopes to sort of rein in on the possibility of new mutations of the British mutation here in Sweden. But in a recent study from the Swedish Public Health Agency, they saw that 11% of everyone positive with COVID-19 actually already had the British mutation.